Good morning, children. I welcome you all to today's session of computer. We are on chapter number 10th, which is more on Scratch. In the previous chapter, we had seen what is Scratch. Now, in this, we will be moving a little ahead. See, this is a conversation between the two children. Hey, listen, I know about the basic elements of Scratch. Can you please tell me more about it? Why not? You know about the cat sprite, but do you know that we can add new sprites, new costumes, or even listen to different sprite sounds? Wow, it sounds very interesting. Let us not wait any longer. I want to know about its exciting features. Now see, a sequence of instruction given to a computer is called a program, right? So what is a program, children? It is a set of instructions given to a computer. It's called a program, right? Okay, the language used to write these instructions is called programming language. Now let us learn some more about the new programming language called the Scratch. Before going further, let us have a brief recap. Right, so here we are going to have a recap. A Scratch is a free multimedia programming language used to create interactive stories, games, animations, music, and art by simple dragging and dropping of instructions. How do we make program here? We make by simple dragging and dropping of instructions. It is a programming tool that can be used by students, teachers, scholars, and parents for science and maths projects, presentations, simulations, experiments, etc. The screen shows below is a scratch window, right? This is a scratch window, how it looks like. See, children, here we are, this window which has been shown to you is the scratch window, right? Okay. Now, new sprite buttons. They are every time you scratch, it begins with a cat sprite. The following buttons are used to add a new sprite. Click on button to paint a new sprite in the paint editor. Click on this button to select a new sprite from the file. Click on this question mark button to get a surprise sprite from the scratch. Right now, we will be studying about the sprite list. Okay, next we will be studying about the sprite list. What is the sprite list? See, it is mentioned here. It's a thumbnail for all the sprite in the project. The name of each sprite appears below it. Its thumbnail, right? It displays thumbnails for all the sprite projects, and names of all the sprites appear below it. Now there are three tabs available on the Scratch window. Script tabs. This tab is active by default. You can start a new project. The scripts tab is automatically selected by displaying the script areas. Costume tab. This tab is used to see and edit the sprite costume. Right? So costume tab is used to see and edit the sprite costumes. By default, the cat sprite has two costumes. To switch between them, simply click on the thumbnail of the costume you want. Click edit button to edit the selected costume in the paint editor. Click copy button, right, to create the copy of the selected costume. Now there are three ways to create a new costume. First, see, this is the list of ways to create new costume. Click paint button to paint a new costume by using paint editor. Click import button to select the costume from the file. Click camera button to take photos from the web camera. Next we come to the sound tab. This tab is used to see and listen to the sprite sound. Click play button to play the sound. Click stop button to stop the sound completely. There are two ways of adding a new sound, right? Click record button to record new sound by using the sound editor, and click the insert button to select a sound from the file. Now some technical hunt. Point editor, it is used to create sprite costume and stage background. And web camera, this is an input device connected to the computer to take photograph. Next we come to the block palette, right? You have learned about motion block and pen block in the previous class. Now let us learn about what are these two. Let us see, we are learning here about the looks block and the sound block. Look, block has an instruction to change the appearance of the sprite. See, switch to costume 2. It changes the sprite costume by selecting different costume from the drop down list. You can use costumes. Tap to a new costume in the drop down list. Next costume, it changes the sprite costume to the next one in the costume tab. Say hello for 2 seconds. It displays sprite speech cloud for the specified amount of time. You can change the text by clicking in the text area and type the new text. Right. Next is say hello. It displays sprite speech sound and think for 2 seconds. It displays sprite thinking cloud for a specified amount of time. Change the text by clicking in the next text area and type the new text. Think it displays sprites thinking cloud. Next is sound block. It has instructions that are used to control sprite sound. Now play sound meow. It plays the selected sound from the drop down list. See children, we are at this point here, right? It plays the selected sound from the drop down list. You can use sound tabs to add new sound to the drop down list. Stop all sounds. It stops playing all sounds. Play drum, 71 short whistle, 72 long whistle, 73 short gyro. It displays drum sound for a specific number of beats. You can select more sounds from the drop down list, right? And so with that we come to the end of this chapter. I hope you liked it as much as I did in making it, and until we meet again, it's a goodbye.